I was paging through my Bible this morning and I found an interesting gift. It was a small sliver of paper about the size of a stamp. It had the words champion printed on it. Must have placed it there sometime in the past, thinking maybe I would find it. Maybe I put it there as a bookmark. I don't know, but it was there. And I felt like there must be some kind of significance behind it. At first, I thought, I need to go search the word champion, study the word champion, maybe go to my Bible concordance or Bible dictionary to figure out what significance of champion is, or other kinds of thoughtful ways of looking at champion could lead me to what this discovery might mean for the day. But I then had the discernment to realize it probably might be there, right where I wanted to find it, and perhaps there was a message about champion right there in Mark chapter 10. Truly enough, Mark chapter 10 has a great story in it about the rich young ruler. It's where Jesus meets a young rich guy in Judea, comes out of the crowd and has a discussion about eternal life, how you're to achieve it. And right there in verse 18, the word champion, or the idea of champion, pops right out in the way that the rich young ruler asks Jesus the question about eternal life and then ends the sentence with, good teacher. He calls Jesus a good teacher, and Jesus replies right back to him and says, why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. And that depicts this idea of championship, that no one is good. No one is good except for God alone. That He's the champion of goodness. It points out the ending portion of what the gospel's really all about is that we can't be good enough. We need that champion to bridge the gap. I'm not going to cover all the rest of the parts of the story, but the famous camel trying to get through the eye of the needle, all of the discussion around adultery and sin and the things that are present in all of our lives come to bear with the rich young ruler. And Jesus ends up asking him, drop everything you have, all of your riches, and follow me. And of course, the rich young ruler decides he can't handle that. But I did want to point out that at the very end of this wonderful story, in verse 27, the idea of championship and the need for a champion beyond our own ability, we can't be our own champion, comes up when Jesus says, with people it is impossible, but not with God. For all things are possible with God. So He is our champion, the champion of our soul. So I just want to say that I'm super thankful that I found this today, that I found this little slip. I don't know if it was coincidence or it was a spiritual appointment, but either way, the reminder that Jesus is our champion is so important to walking the gospel out every day in our lives.